in a metal way. I feel the power rolling out the side. 'Cause only one thing really sets me free. Heavy metal, loud as it can be. Baby, I was born to play music. I'm a man with a screaming guitar. There's a light in the middle of the
Yo, 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 as Mathis would say. What's happening? So I made breakfast today. So what do I do after I make breakfast? I usually stream on Sundays. So I'm off on Tuesdays and thought I would pop it in. Thomas, I played that video just for you, just so you can see the bracelet. I know how much you love it. Bruce G in the house. Good to see you. Lucha, says Thomas Burnett. And Mathis suggests that I seek help. Help, I say. Help. I know. It better be good. It better be good, Bruce G, with that kind of build up. It's a lot of build. It's a lot of build. So what's going on, gentlemen? What's happening out there in the world? It's Tuesday. I'm off. I'm bored. The grass was cut Sunday. I got nothing to do today. Well, that's not true. I'm taking Mom out for a nice dinner tonight. And we're going to re-celebrate Mother's Day, which I only got to see her shortly for because I left for Philadelphia. And then tomorrow is my late father's birthday, so thought it'd be nice to take her out and hang out a little bit, celebrate her, celebrate my dad. My dad was a good dude. I had good parents. I was a lucky guy. But I warned you guys on Sunday I was going back to eggs. I was running out of creative breakfasts to make, so had some just kind of looking around the kitchen and the pantry and such. I had some thick cut bacon, yum, some eggs, some ciabatta. So I made a ciabatta toast, and the tomatoes. I had a few cherry tomatoes laying around, so I didn't have any big ones, so I kind of sliced those and macerated them in a mixture of champagne vinegar, bourbon, and hot sauce. I thought they came out pretty good. You know, you guys may not agree, but I was very happy with the product that I put forth. But yeah, so that's breakfast. Little spicy V8 juice and a cappuccino to go with that, and it was good stuff. Good morning. Hello, Jonathan Quayle Higgins the third. We'll see. Good to see you back. It was thank you again for the lesson on the fusee chain. I find that stuff to be one of the I enjoy that stuff. I'm not a high-end collector, and everyone knows that. But most of my stuff is 10 grand and under, but still expensive, but not high-end, not hot horology or anything like that. But I do love that stuff. I love to learn about it. I love to look at it. So thank you for the lesson. Always appreciated. That being said, I do have an affinity for the Patek Philippe 5226G, as we know. Looking at it, the positive. So when I retire, I'd like to get, have like a 3-watch collection. One of them being a really nice, a nicer watch. And that one is leading the field so far. Although there's some Vacherons I like too. I'm not gonna lie. And there's Langes. It depends. We'll see where we're at and go from there. But right now the leader is the 5226. Good point, Jonathan. Mark, it's not about the price. It's about cool inventions that improve precision, and those are often centuries old. That's one of the things I love about watches. So, like a lot of my friends, coworkers, and stuff, they don't understand. And I try and explain to them that not only are these functional, they're artistic, and then so they have there's a component of them. I mean, we're literally talking about centuries old technology that still works and can still tell the time. You know what I mean? It's just amazing to me. And then when you see things that are different that you haven't seen before, so when Mr. Higgins was kind enough to not only show us his fusee chain, but to kind of explain how it works and why they did it, I find that stuff infinitely fascinating. I just think that's the best, the best of all worlds there. Apes is in the house. No shakshuka today. No, no, no. We're gonna be doing some plainer egg dishes for a little bit, just so I can retool the brain and come up with some interesting breakfasts. But I will try and plate them nicely. I think I did a pretty good job today. I thought the tomatoes were a nice touch. Like I said, when you slice open some cherry tomatoes and you kind of macerate them in, what was it, bourbon, champagne vinegar, and hot sauce, and some parsley, and a splash of onion powder and a dash of onion powder, a dash of garlic powder, and some pepper. It came out pretty good. They were pretty tasty. Because I gotta be honest with you, just the taste of plain tomatoes, I don't hate them. It's never been one of my favorite things. So give it a little bit of a flavor splash. And the thick cut bacon, always a good choice for anyone who might be looking for a breakfast choice. I would say that's a pretty good way to go. Has anyone seen this? Yeah, I own a Polaris, and again, if they're going to go down the line of just making stuff that other people, JLC, did anyone see this today? I saw this floating around the WhatsApp. Not happy. So as unhappy as I was with Zenith for their dive watches, this watch wasn't the happiest thing I ever saw. But it is what it is. They're going to do it. It looks like they moved the internal rotating bezel to the 2 o'clock or 10 o'clock position. So I have a Polaris, no date, beautiful watch, absolutely stunning piece. But yeah, it's the black no date. It's in for service. I miss it. It's been gone for 6 weeks. The estimate was 8 to 13. So I was having a sticking problem with my clasp. I figured it's under warranty. I'm going to send it in. So I contacted JLC. They sent me out a package with a kit to send the watch to them, which was cool. And then they put they looked at it, and I mentioned in the note that I thought it was running a little bit slow, not drastically slow, not 30 seconds or more a day. Just it seemed to be running a little bit slow. So I guess they agreed with me because they agreed under warranty not only to replace the clasp, but to do a full movement, tear down the movement, do a full movement service on it, replace any parts that might be bad, which is cool. So when I get it back, it'll be like a brand new watch, 2-year-old watch. So that part is really cool. But not having it for that amount of time sucks, especially when you're a smaller collector like I am. So, what are you going to do? I've been filling the space with the new Omega, the Tudor, and obviously the Zenith Defy Skyline. Speaking of brands that have disappointed me, Zenith. But so this article is kind of making its way through around the watch space. When you look at the side of this case, it looks a lot like the side of my case. Same case. It's just mine has 2 crowns on the right-hand side one is your standard crown, one is for your internal rotating bezel. Um, so weird. This is a memo box, I guess. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just a world timer. I didn't read the article. I saw the pictures. I was like, meh. All right. I mean, it's not a horrible looking watch. It just seems like, why? Why do we need this watch? Do we need this watch? Can anyone answer me that question? Mr. Higgins, how do you feel about JLC? Thomas Burnett, how do you feel about JLC? Anyone, how do you feel about JLC? I think I like JLC Polarises, and I know a lot of people don't. I just think they're pretty watches and good looking cases and such. But I'm not sold on this version. And I like mine because it's very simple, so it looks a little bit like a diver, a little bit like a field watch, kind of like the field watch vibes I get off of mine. But I don't know. You tell me. What does anybody think? Yeah, I like it better on the rubber than on that gray strap. The back of the watch looks a lot like the back of mine. It's not that they're bad looking watches. I like what they do with their numbers. Their Arabics are cool looking. Kind of give off a little bit of an explorer vibe, but with a 12 instead of the other. Do we have any JLC opinions out there? Joseph D says JLC makes a great watch. Trying to buy on the secondary. Yeah, I got mine on the secondary, and almost half off. So I agree. And they're a Richemont group, so when you register it, they'll extend your warranty out to 8 years from the original purchase, which is pretty cool too. And like I said, they're completely redoing my movement and replacing the clasp 100% under warranty. But Thomas Burnett says, I think JLC is a great brand, but I'm not a fan of the Polaris. Thomas, the daggers you're putting in my heart here lately. You hate my bracelet on my CK. You hate my Polaris. Thomas Burnett. Matthew says, I like it. It's cool. Yeah. So I'm going to try and pull up a picture of the one that I have. Sometimes this Instagram thing here lately has been fickle at best. So at least you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let me see where I have a few pictures of it from when I got it. Hold on. Because it's a cool watch. It's a good looking piece. I like the one that I got because one of the reasons I like the one that I got is because of the no date. The fact that it had kind of straddled that dive and field watch lane, which I thought was cool. And it had, see if I can find a good piece. I don't not have any pictures of the movement. That's terrible. Huh. Of course, the watch isn't here, so I can't really show it to you. But the Instagram have not been working for me lately. But let's see if I can't pull this up. There it is. There's my Polaris in my Jeep. But the texture, so there's three different, you have like a little bit of a sunburst in that center section of the dial. And then you have that kind of sand finish where the Arabics and the indices are. And then you have on the outside on the internal rotating bezel is more of a matte finish. So you have like three different finishes on the watch. It's just a cool watch. I love the bracelet. The bracelet on this is a butterfly bracelet, which aren't always my favorite, but it's got one center piece that stays, and it's so there's four triggers to release it, and you take your triggers on either side. You have 2.5 millimeters of micro adjust built into it, which you normally don't find on a bracelet like that. So, most butterflies, like I've had Omega Aquaterras, and the one thing is there's no way to adjust. There's no micro adjust. There's no, of any type on that bracelet, which is a little disappointing. So to have a little bit of micro adjust, so on a hot day you can loosen it up a little bit, is a nice thing. I like this one also because the JLC logo, some of them, the JLC logo is really small, which I don't understand why they would do that. I mean, I don't mean that the whole dial needs to be a logo, but I'd like to know what it is when I see it. And at least I can see the logo and the Jaeger LeCoultre underneath it. And then just real simple automatique on the bottom, not a lot of writing. So it's a cool watch. It's definitely a cool watch. I miss it. I can't wait. I may do an unboxing when it comes back. A service unboxing. You never know. Mathis says I'm a madman. Let me show him how big of a madman I am. It could be big, Mathis. It could be big. Joseph D says it's a grip tape finish. Yeah, it's cool. And I think that's one of the things. So when I look at, I'm going to pull up this Patek that I like. I love the finish on this dial. Of course, we're showing the back of it. No, there you go. Yeah, that kind of textured dial gives it something. I love that side, that case side too. There's a lot I like about this watch. Most people know I like simple dials, which that would definitely qualify for. It's a 5226G. That Joseph, is there a 5326? Is that a different watch? This is what I'm looking at as a possible retirement watch, because who doesn't want to retire? I want to retire. I'm old. I'm much older than you guys. Joseph D says this one's better. I get it. Of course it's better. It's Patek. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Oh, so the 5326 is that an annual calendar? We'll look that one up here in a second. Treble says, I like that Patek a lot. Yeah, I do too. I like, again, I'm, like a three-hander to me is the perfect watch, Daniel Logan Hall says Daniel Katz retired in 1917. I thought Daniel Katz retired in 1717. Did you fat finger that, Logan? Logan, did you see my ribs? They didn't come out as well as I wanted, but they're good. But I overcooked them a bit. What are you gonna do? I'll admit my mistake. I will admit my mistake. Breakfast was good though, but the ribs, left a little bit to be desired, So while we're doing that, I am going to look up the 5326. While we have that playing. Oh, yeah, I've seen this one. Share that tab. So that's a similar look to the dial, but this has all kinds of stuff going on. So this is an annual calendar, you said, Joseph, I believe. And gorgeous watch. There's no doubt about it. Does a lot more than I ever really looked for in a watch myself. I like the micro rotor. I think these guys do a heck of a job, obviously. It's, I mean, the movement's beautiful, the watch is beautiful. Just for me personally, I prefer the three hander because it has, again, I like the look of a field watch, and I know it's a Patek. It's not a field watch. It's nothing that's ever going in the field. But without the calendar portions with just a date, it does give me that kind of feeling of being a little bit of a field style watch. Um, but it's up to you. Everyone has to make their own decisions in watches, but that is a beautiful piece. I love the Arabics on this. You know, Christopher Gurney, Buckley, I hope you're watching this. Look what you've done. Mark wants to protect Philippe. Come on, man. This is terrible between Buckley and Tan and Keselowitz. They got me visiting the Patek Philippe site and picking out a watch I actually like. What happened to me? I was a happy Omega guy, Zenith guy. What happened? How did this occur? Andre, hello, sir. How are you? 80K. That watch is 80K? Damn. Matt is laughing at me. He's laughing at me. Yeah, I mean, I'm a guy who's like, I don't want to spend more than 10 grand on a watch. And you guys got me checking out the Patek Philippe site because I look at Buckley's watch. I'm like, well, that watch is really pretty. With or without the Tiffany stamp, it's a good looking piece. The Gurney says, don't fall for this, Mark. We lost Buckley to the douches. he was a proper fuck boy before this. And now it's over. It's over. What are you gonna do? It happens sometimes, you know? It just happens. I don't know. Backwards hat and sunglasses on the head. We stick together. Yes. And tattoos. We have tattoos. So I always tell everybody, live your gimmick. There is the Luchabetic tattoo. There he is in all his glory. I got this one too. But Logan Hall says Buckley is now a fuck dude, or maybe a douche boy. He's confused about his identity. He is. He's confused. He's in this gray area. You know, I still remember the stream where he pops on. He was in the, I don't know if he's in Aruba, the Bahamas. He was somewhere. He's somewhere in the islands, and he hops on and he's like, "That's it." He was wearing his green his seaweed Omega, and he said, "I enjoyed wearing this all week. It was a great watch for jumping in and out of the water, blah blah blah. But I'm going all Rolex. Everything's going except for Rolex. I'm just gonna." He's laid out this plan for climbing the Rolex ladder, and then he started to do it, and then he popped back the other way, and then he started to consolidate, and then he bought a Tiffany Dial Patek. What happened? How did that happen? Who influenced him? What sort of brain? I mean, this is the true brainwashing. We've heard the quote unquote brainwashing stories. This is the true brainwashing. Buckley is wearing a 38 millimeter watch. Buckley, whose wrist is almost a half inch bigger than mine, and I have a decent sized wrist. It's 7.6. So he's wearing a 38 millimeter dress watch. What the hell was that all about? Uh-oh. Right.
Mark.
Yes.
I hope you're okay. I just want to tell you that you're going to hear a knock at the door in a few minutes, and those are some very nice people that are coming. They're coming to help you. Okay. Now, we may not see you for a few months, but they're going to take you to a very nice place where it's safe for you. and they'll talk to you about the fact that you've gone batshit fucking crazy. But yeah, they're very nice people. So
Well, I have my phone and a credit card, so I can buy a Patek Philippe if I need me to. I just think this one's a little busy for me. This isn't. I like the three-hander myself.
that's got too many buttons for a guy that sells Jeeps.
It's true. It's true. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful, but I don't need all that. You know what I mean? Like,
You wouldn't understand it anyway.
it's a true story. It's a true story. Brian, I have a history degree. Do you know why I have a history degree?
It was the easiest one to get.
I was no good at math and I was no good at science. So this watch, I'm just going to break.
But if you told me 1776, I could remember that. I don't know what
Exactly.
happened, but I can remember that.
I know Daniel Katz was there.
Yeah. Actually, he was still in the he was still in Canaan back then. But yeah. There's a lot of complications in this watch that are
that's
not necessary for most people.
no. I mean, it's gorgeous, and the movement is beautiful. I'll take nothing away from it, But when you look at, for me, and you know me, I kind of like the simpler, like me. I'm a simple guy, Brian.
Except for your fabulous gender bending breakfasts.
But this three-hander to me is just enough. It's just perfect. You know what I mean?
So if you like the movement on the annual travel calendar one, you can find some three-handed versions of that micro rotor movement.
Oh, cool. See, now you've got me to, now I have other stuff to investigate. And I thought I had nothing to do till later today. See?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the only time they've used that movement.
Yeah. It's a beautiful watch. And for somehow or another, they got me looking at the site because between Tan, Keselowitz, and Buckley, I was like, maybe I haven't given Patek their due and checked them out enough.
Yeah. I saw the red-handed AutoZone offered for $30,000 recently.
Oh, wow.
I was like, hey, maybe. Oh no, leather strap. Sorry.
Oops. The AutoZone doesn't quite do it for me. Now, when I get this watch, obviously I wouldn't put it on a mesh bracelet. This obviously needs beads of rice. just so I can make Thomas Burnett's brain scramble.
I hope those people hurry up and get to your door.
They got to get here quicker. I did it. I did it by eye, Logan. I did it by eye. I couldn't find my thermometer, and I just overcooked. They were a little dry. What's up, Eddie Miles in the house? What's happening? Always good to see Eddie Miles. You can always put it on a mesh, Brian. There it is. Yeah. There it is.
You know what I actually think would look good on this watch? The one that you're dreaming about?
Yes.
Is a rubber or tropical rally strap.
Oh, that might look nice on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Put a couple of holes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have maybe something that works with that grayish asphalt.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah.
Evan G says sailcloth. So part of what I'm thinking of getting a sailcloth strap for the CK because I don't mind it on the mesh, but I can see where it looks better with the color. I'm thinking maybe something in blue to pull out the color of those hands.
Yeah.
But then I'm gonna have a strap, the 20 millimeter Omega strap. Right? So what do you think I'm gonna do next?
Put that on a 20 millimeter Paddock?
No. I'm probably going to buy another Seamaster and put it on there.
Why don't you just take good U.S. currency and just burn it out in the backyard?
Yes, it's true. I miss my Seamaster. It was a great watch. I know you hate it. It's a Swatch Group shitter. But
I don't hate the watch. I love the watch. I hate the company.
I hate the company. But
Yeah.
it was good size. It fit well, and I hate the bracelet on them. You know what I mean? Like that's the one thing about the watch I don't like is the bracelet. I liked it when I put it on the rubber when I had it, but I'm like, oh, well, this would cure a lot of that.
Cure all your woes.
George Varghese is in the house. He says Lucha and Brian, a very questionable start to the day.
Yes. No, actually, the benefit of this, George, is that the rest of your day, you'll be ready for all the screaming and yelling that you're causing as you're drilling people and overcharging them.
Let's see. Logan says, I shoot for 203 internal on his ribs, similar to a brisket, but oftentimes you don't even need the temp. If a toothpick can pierce through like butter, it's ready. I started doing other things, is the problem. And kind of I'm like, well, it's on so low, they'll be fine. And I had an idea in my head at the time, and I just, they weren't bad. They were edible. I didn't like burn them beyond belief, but they were a little overdone. They weren't quite as juicy. Sometimes a good juicy rib is what you're looking for. And let's see, if you get a white Seamaster over a Polar, I don't know if we can be friends anymore. I do love that white Seamaster. And Negroni says only Mark would need to buy a watch for its extra strap. Well, that's a really nice strap. I mean, I wouldn't want to waste it, right?
That's like walking around with a spare tire and going, I need a car for this.
Yeah, I need a car to put these wheels on. He had a really nice set of wheels.
Hold on a minute. You want to put the leather strap on the dive watch and put the mesh bracelet on the non-dive watch?
No. I would put the leather back. I would get a sailcloth strap for the Omega.
Okay, I'm confused.
Yeah, if I got a sailcloth for the CK859, blue, I think something in navy would work with the silver dial and those blued hands.
Yeah, so either way, you're getting really good water straps for a watch that's not meant to be even splashed.
It's good to 30 meters. Omega guarantees it.
Uh-huh. All right. Checks in the mail. Love you in the morning.
Love you in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Me too.
It's in my mind, it's an excellent play.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. There's nobody has knocked on my door yet. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm sorry, I was texting with him.
So it's the big brick house on the corner. So
they're having a hard time getting past all the boxes of watches sitting out on the front porch.
Yeah. Well, the cats and the blind dog are protecting them. So
yes.
But if I got a sailcloth strap, and I took the mesh off of the CK, then what am I going to do with the mesh?
I think I'm going to file with YouTube to strike this channel because you've gone over the edge. You got extremist views.
Extremist views.
Yeah.
I could get a Seamaster, which that was what that bracelet's made for.
Yeah, and I could get a fully bust down date just too.
Yeah, well, there you go. You don't have one of those?
No.
I thought I saw one in the Mathis video.
Yeah, no, I don't have one.
How many watches are you down to, Brian? How many slots in the boxes? Are there any more?
Well, only 7 have left permanently.
Okay.
There's one more probably leaving in a couple of days.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, where did I put those 3 watches? Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, let's see how
Everyone is on pins and needles trying to figure out what it is that you're going to do.
no, I'm going to bore everybody to death.
Ah,
I'm going to be more boring than JLC.
real. Is that possible?
No.
No. All right.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
It happens.
Yeah, not much. Yeah. Yep. But now officially, the goal is to get down to 12,
Okay.
including my my Seiko baby tuna and my Snoopy Speedmaster,
Mm-hmm.
Moon Swatch,
Okay.
and possibly my Kickstarter.
Your Kickstarter?
Yeah, I got that little Chinese made meteorite dial Kickstarter watch, the little Selton. So the goal is to get down to 12.
All right.
Out of the ones I've allocated for keeping, along with those 3, I currently have 5, so that would be 8.
Okay.
So that leaves me room for 4.
That makes sense.
Yep. And I've got a pretty good target on 2 of them right now. So we'll see.
All right. What do you think of this Seiko?
It's big and jingly jangly.
I know, right? That's what I said. It's pretty. It's got a ceramic bezel, gray ceramic bezel. It's 110th anniversary edition. The guy tried to sell me one of these.
Is that a GMT hand in there?
Yeah, it is a GMT hand.
Does it have a 24-hour dial, or is it just a weird
So
weird
the 24-hour is on the Rehot.
Aha.
And then it has the traditional dive bezel on the outside, ceramic.
Oh, this is one of the overpriced Seiko Prospects or Perspex or P-Spect or this is level number 13 in Seiko's list of hierarchy.
Yes. So I got a guy trying to make a deal with me on that. He's got one new in the box. He's down to around 1,300 from 1,700. I don't know. 1,000, I'd buy it all day, every day.
Well, what's it? Where's it going to function in your collection?
It's not.
Okay, then shut up.
I mean, let's face it, it's not. But I always liked it. They came out with this last summer, and I always thought that was a good looking watch.
I mean, that's the price of the spring bars for your paddock. So don't
do that.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Well, maybe we can get Buckley into Seikos.
Berkeley.
Seiko. You need a Seiko.
Berkeley.
Seiko. But I always thought it was kind of a good looking piece.
Yeah.
It's just a tad bit expensive. I always liked that it was on it had a ceramic bezel too. You don't find that often on any type of Seiko.
I don't know that Prospects line, but did they improve the bracelet from
the reviews I've seen? People are like, it's still a Seiko bracelet. It's a little better, but it's still a Seiko bracelet.
whatever.
Yeah. That's the problem. I think they only made like 4,000 of these. Not that that's a super limited edition, but
Nah,
it's kind of made to look like the old Marine Master, you know?
whatever. I would rather if you're gonna if you need to spend money now while you're waiting for your Patek or Patek Philippe.
I have a few years before I retire, so
Well, I mean, spend money on the Seamaster because at least you can get it back out faster.
yeah, it's true. See Negroni? I knew I could get him to see me to see the light. You know, it's $700 you can allocate to the cinema. Yeah, it's true too. That's the other thing is I really need to just calm down and put some of that money away towards the James Cameron, because the James Cameron is ultimately the Rolex I want. You know,
Well, that's what I'm trying. I'm actually at the moment kind of reconsidering my my targeting,
uh-oh.
and I was thinking, what would a 6-watch collection look like?
Ooh.
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
GMTs and a Snoopy's watch.
Yeah. How many GMT Master 2s do I need?
How many do they make is the better question.
That's the real question. And that's the real hiccup for me because that's keeping me from doing a 12 or going all the way down. And
Gotcha.
yep.
And Dan Gorilla says 0, Brian. You need 0.
Oh, is he awake? God.
Our good friend Gorilla Time.
I've already got a mother-in-law. I really don't need another.
Yes. Dear Artifact says, Luch, I missed it. When are you doing the ID guy homage stream? As soon as I get some people to send me some pictures of their watch, I got like 5. That would be a very short stream there, Dear Artifact. I need to get some people to send me good pictures of their watches, and like I said, just like all I need is a picture, what it is, and if there's a little bit of a story behind why you bought it, that's great too. But yeah, we need some participants to make that happen. I know you like me. We miss those old, I forget what he even called them. Watches this week. I can't remember, but my watch was on Eddie. Somebody pointed it out on WhatsApp. Might have been Green Machine that my new CK859 made a pitch appearance on Watches Tonight last night with Tim Massa.
Yeah, he used the picture of you in the car.
Yeah, he didn't use the one at the studio.
No, I don't think he wants people to
to know that that's an option. Who let this crazy lucha guy into my studio?
Yeah.
Whole Milk wants to know, Brian, did you ditch that Journe yet?
The Journe is Le Vamoose.
Is it?
Gone.
Oh, gone. Interesting. I am very curious to see where this all ends up. Gorilla says, Brian, I'm your great-grandmother outlaw. Ooh.
Yeah. Yes.
Dear Artifact says, yeah, we need like 50 to 100 participants. Everyone in the colony and community starts sending lucha pictures. Otherwise, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to all your Instagram pages and picking the best picture and using that. How's that? I'll just steal them. I don't know that you can sue a non-monetized channel. Mr. Christopher Negroni is not happy that the Journe is vamoosed. He says that Journe was sick.
Yeah. Well, things happen.
It does. Mathis 2.0. Hitting the luchas. Thank you again, Mathis. That opening sequence is thick. It's thick. It's so cool. Everybody loves it. So Whole Milk totally disagrees and says that Jorn was ugly. Good call, Brian. I was torn with that. I was torn on the Jorn. Symmetrically, it didn't. When I would look at it, pictures of it, it didn't always work for me. I didn't hate it, but it was like,
So it came down to two things for me with that.
Okay.
Stability in the value of it was a concern.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of it's a very Jorn is a small market.
Mm-hmm.
Jorn is still a very good brand at retail.
Yeah.
But it also honestly, this is going to sound egotistical, but you want a paddock now, so you'll understand it.
Mm-hmm.
For the amount of value of watch that I had in it, it wasn't delivering the amount of image that I wanted.
That makes sense. I get it.
It just wasn't. Yeah, if, watch geeks know it and like it.
Yeah,
but it just wasn't it wasn't projecting the image that I thought. And
for that kind of money.
For that kind of money, yeah.
Yeah. If it was half or a third or something, it might be a different story. But I get what you're saying, because I know if I'm running to Home Depot and I'm just, wearing a G-Shock and I run into somebody who's wearing a really nice watch, I'm always like, fuck. Why am I not wearing a nice watch? Not that there's anything wrong with the G-Shock, but you always feel like, it's a watch guy. I can't even talk to him. So I'm wearing, I'm not wearing anything of merit.
Yeah, and it kind of had that. It kind of had a little bit of an industrial feel to it, look to it, that really doesn't work too well with my middle 50s style.
Gotcha.
So I had it. I enjoyed it. I didn't get killed on. I basically got back out what I put in it.
Okay.
So I'm okay.
Well, I mean, it's an experiment like anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, and then when you're sitting there looking at watches, and Mathis saw them,
and
you're looking at them going, I'd rather have a better relationship with a smaller amount of watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of the thing, too, because I like to wear them, so like to have like a huge collection would be silly for me, because, I like to put them on and wear them and enjoy them. And I know a lot of what you've been doing even before was, going to, like rubber straps and bracelets and waterproof, water resistant to at least 100, and because of your new home, your new base.
Yeah. I mean, I was able to. Technically, I guess I could swim in that Jorn because it said 30 meters.
Yeah.
But, still, it was fun to have. It just was occupying a lot of my watch money.
Right. Which it will tend to do that.
And it's funny, you walk around. I've learned something walking around Walt Disney World here, that inside the parks there's not a lot of people wearing watches, and I think it's because of the little magic bands that people wear that are their tickets and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you look around, in the other areas of the property, like around the hotels or the Disney Springs entertainment area,
Mm-hmm.
you see a lot of Rolex
Yeah.
and a lot of Hublot.
I see a lot of Hublot these days. There is, let's see, FP or Whole Milk says the fonts always look off to me on the FP show. A little bit. Now, the Elegante, I think is a masterful looking watch. I mean, it's a quartz watch. It's expensive quartz watch, but Mr. G's is amazing. You know, it's a good looking piece. The water resistance was my only gripe with that watch. It wears really nice. So yeah, 30 meters is not a lot. I can accept it in the CK859 because it is designed just to be a dress watch. Even though I sported mine up, much to the chagrin of Thomas Burnett and a few other people. But so for that watch, 30 meters is fine. But other than that, I'm like you. It's not that I'm going 100 meters or anything. I just want to know that I can get it wet and it's not going to ruin it. You know?
Yeah. I liked everything. I liked everything about it. I would honestly say that it was more the design aesthetic and the coloring that was the push over for me to say, okay, it can go.
Yeah.
Plus, I limit the amount of money I can have in watches because otherwise I'd be out of control.
It's a true story. But wouldn't we all?
I'd have a blind dog sleeping on top of Patek Philippe boxes.
Do you have a crystal ball and looking into my future?
No, but we did install cameras.
Oh man, and Sherman out this morning, make him walk around the yard. He'll just put him down. He'll just stand there for. He's fat. He's gotten fat. Well, what he was doing was he was double eating. So I discovered that I feed the dogs and I was giving Rebel like special food. Like he's old. I mean, he's so old. He didn't like that. He's having trouble chewing the hard stuff. So I would get him, hot dogs and stuff, bread, noodles, whatever, rice. So he was getting like special meals. Well, I discovered that Rebel was, kind of licking the stuff, maybe taking a bite or two and walking away. And then Sherman was going and finishing the bowl. So he's eating his weight control food and then eating all the fat stuff. So we got to get him walking again. But you put him down in the yard, he'll just stand there for a minute or two. Like, aren't you going to carry me around the yard? No, Sherman, you need to walk. He needs to get his steps in. He's such a little dork, but I love him. He's a good dog. Next door neighbor lost their 16-year-old dog a couple days after Rebel. So two of the dogs have been in the neighborhood forever.
Just don't move any chairs or the poor guy's running into everything.
Oh, he runs into everything. If I leave a chair out, if I move something, boom. I'm like, oh, sorry, Sharon. But he still sniffs around every night and tries to find like Rebel's bed and stuff. We can tell he's a little confused still. And the cats are still really weird. Wondering where TC is. Nobody understands.
I don't understand.
But
that stupid fat cat for 13 years, and I still don't understand.
Pets are hard at the end. Very, very hard.
And you can't even eat them.
Yeah, I know. You can't even, no future meals or jerky involved. What are you going to do?
How about get an aftermarket bust down Submariner? Steel.
Yeesh. Yeesh.
That's what you had to, to show up to Watch Time or one of those things. Just walk in with the most obnoxious bust down possible.
Yeah. People. So the Jorn, though, the Jorn is the kind of watch that's the only place it has like clout is when you go to like a meet or something. You know what I mean? Like to the average person, you say FP Jorn, they have no idea. You say Patek Philippe or Rolex or Omega or AP, they have an idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I really did. I took a hard look at the watches that I had and said, all right, yes, I enjoy these.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple that weren't quite too comfortable, but
right.
I enjoy this. I enjoy that. I like having this, but if I get rid of these and I get one or two or three
or
four, would I enjoy them better?
Yeah.
And the funny thing that I noticed is out of everything that I sold, they were 2-handers, 3-handers with dates. There wasn't any complications really.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to sell this Tiffany, the Rolex Tiffany GMT.
Quite some time.
Yeah. Yep.
There's just no market for it, or
thought I came close twice.
Okay.
So just waiting. But yeah, so except for the once I'm done, except for the Kickstarter and the Kickstarter, the Seiko Baby Tuna, and the Gerard Perigo, I think everything's going to have more complications than just a 3-hander with a date.
Oh. Wow. So you're going the opposite way of me.
I'm going complicated, baby.
You're becoming complicated. I'm becoming a simpleton.
Yeah. Whole Milk said sell the Tiffany to Buckley, our resident Tiffany collector. He'd have to find links because it's a little short of the normal links, I think.
True. Our good friends at Nashville Watch still have that white Polar Seamaster. It's gone down in price a few $100.
I don't even look down that far in his listings.
I feel like he's had this one for a while. I'm waiting to see if he does anything with the price on this one too, because I kind of like this watch.
$39.50 plus a free set of pearls and a car wash.
And a car wash. He's got this Big Pilot 43 in blue. So there's a couple things I like about this one better than the other Big Pilots, Brian. This one, well, here, let me get to the picture. So this one has, it kind of looks like, it has that micro adjust in the bracelet, like they do in the Mark 20, which is cool. But even cooler, it has an open case back, which the traditional Big Pilot didn't have. And although it doesn't have the 7-day power reserve, I think it's like a 3-day power reserve in this one. It does have 100 meters of water resistance over the 60 that they normally have.
Can I reiterate how stupid power reserve is for us watch collectors?
Yes.
It's ridiculous. Because most of the time when we're rotating between 5 or 6 or 7 watches or even 10, by the time you get to, forget power reserve.
Yeah, by the time you get back to that, it's done.
Oh, you want to talk about an issue at the FP Jorn? That one had like 150 hours of power reserve. So to get it wound up halfway to where I was comfortable to start wearing it, that was a lot of winding.
Oh yeah. How many times do you think you wound it?
I probably 200 times.
Yeah. I would say the CK to get it up and running to where I like it, if it's run down a little bit, I'll wind that 50 or 60 times. And that's only a 72-hour power reserve in that one.
Ah. And then once I'd get it wearing and get it out there, it would, the rotor would wind it the rest of the way on a normal day. But
yeah.
Yep. Yes, Carolyn, I believe by the end of this, I will be down to 3 GMT Master 2s.
3 GMT Master 2s.
3, unless I get a phone call for the two-tone Guinness. Then I'd be back up to 4. I am on the list, and I've seen them showing up now on the gray market for the Black Bay 58 GMT.
Okay. Dirk Diggler's in the house too. Hello, Dirk. Yeah, that's 3 GMTs. That doesn't sound like you.
Well, if you're only going to have 12 watches and 3 of them are discount shitters, that means 9 real watches. So 4 out of 9 with a real GMT function on it.
Will those all be Rolex GMT?
Well, 3 Rolex and 1 Tudor.
Okay.
Unless the Guinness shows up at retail, then that would be 4 Rolex and
1 Tudor. It hurts. Do I need to do when the guys come pick me up? Do we need to take a drive to Florida to pick you up too?
You'll find me in a fetal position going 24-hour dial, 24-hour dial, 24-hour dial.
Sorry, Brian. I didn't know times were that bad. 3 GMTs.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard. Which Tudor GMT?
The new Black Bay 58.
Oh, nice. I like that one. What's the lug on it? You know?
Stubby. It's stubby.
Yeah. Because I really like that Opaline dial one, the 41.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting to see if they change the movement next year and take away the snowflake on the second hand. Like
what bothers me about the Opaline dial one is the clasp doesn't have the micro adjust.
Doesn't?
No.
See, they should have that. I would like it to have that as well.
Yeah.
Especially because that's a big top heavy watch.
Big top heavy watch.
Yeah.
With a bad bend in the clasp, if you ask me.
Yeah. That needs some help.
Yeah. Mark, I found the watch for you.
Uh-oh. What is it? Did you put it in private or?
Yeah, I guess I can put it in the private chat, but it's the Patek with the same movement, and you can get a rubber strap for it.
Ooh. Would it look good? Would it look good on a mesh?
I'm not going to dignify that one.
Old Milk says Carol Martin, he has to pay Florida home insurance now. Times are tough.
Yeah. There you go. Private chat.
I'm not crazy about these.
Same movement.
I look at the movement, but
that's a white gold Nautilus.
Their sport watches just never did much for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know people go crazy for them and buy millions of dollars worth of shit to be able to buy one.
Yeah.
I was just never crazy about their cases of the sport watches.
Well, that one's really odd because it's a really thin case, so it's
Okay.
much more of a dress watch. I mean, it's like 9.5 millimeters.
Oh wow.
Thick.
Yeah.
But that's why they used the micro rotor movement in there and did the pointer date instead of a date wheel.
Yeah.
But then they stuck the moon phase in there.
Oh man, Carolyn has issues.
Yeah.
Her GMT count exceeds double digits now.
Yeah.
That's a lot of GMTs, Carolyn. All right, so when the guys in the van put me in the straitjacket, we'll stop and pick you up, and then we'll head down and grab Brian, and we can just we'll probably get a group rate at the home.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not triple digits. All right, because I was really worried for a second there. It is double digits. Okay. That's better.
Double digits is anywhere between 10 and more.
99.
Actually, if you're OC, then double digits is 01, 02, 03, 04. But since he gets fussy about the zeros.
Yes.
Yeah. I did like the big date on that Jorn. It was really easy to see.
Oh, yeah. I had a, not nearly a Jorn, but it was used to be my cycling watch. I would wear this, it was a big ass Tag Heuer. It was a Formula One with a big date and kind of a weird chronograph on it, like a lap timer thing. It was a big old watch. It was great. It was on a rubber strap. It was great for cycling and stuff, you know. But I like the big date because it was cool to watch anytime like the two wheels would turn. It was like, that's cool.
Yeah. But oh well.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of big dates until I finally succumbed to the fact that I needed to wear glasses.
once you got over that hurdle, I was like, I can just do a date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really contemplating the 6 or 7 watch collection right now.
I think it's better to have to have a little bit smaller collection, just if you like to wear them. Now, if you're collecting them to have them and display them and just to fart around and look at them, that's a different thing. But it's easy to go off the deep end at all price points. Really, you can really end up with a huge amount of watches very easily.
Yeah,
very quickly.
Yeah, I haven't told my wife yet. I'm going to sell 2 of her watches.
Uh-oh. What are you selling of hers?
She has a oh shush, stupid thing. She has a Tissot automatic that she had for probably 20 years.
Oh, nice.
And she has a Norcane.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Okay. A brand that seemed to be on the trajectory, but now nobody really ever talks about them anymore.
I like those. I like the stuff they're doing. I don't like the price point that they're pushing into.
Right, that's the whole thing. They kind of moved up a stage in prices.
Yeah, the wild ones are closing in on $6,000 for a 3-handed plastic watch. And if I'm going to go plastic or weird stuff like that, I'm going to go up into $100,000 with a Richard Mille.
Yeah. Yeah, that's That's a expensive Orcane. $54.90 for the non-skeleton. Oof. It seems like a lot. It's got that kind of weird case side thing on the left side, but I don't care for in the Nautilus. You know what I mean?
But yet you want the double-eared extra wing dingy aqua timer.
Oh, because that watch is the greatest dive watch ever made.
I'm going to mute myself while I respond to that.
Did I mention that I got to see seven of them in Philadelphia?
The reason you saw 7 of them in Philadelphia is because nobody wants to steal them, so people are wearing them.
Ah. I think it was these adventures that I always thought were kind of cool.
But I do like how IWC and JLC are kind of ripping off each other and doing stuff, and neither brand really stimulates much excitement.
Nah. And Zenith is just ripping off everyone and not building any sales.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, this is the one that I always... This is the watch I think of working.
Yeah, and how much is it? I can't read the small print now.
27. This one's only $27.90.
See, that's where they were great.
Right.
2,500 to 3,500 in the chronographs. They were fantastic. Couldn't beat them.
Exactly. Whole milk. I covered that new Polaris this first thing. I'm not a big fan of it. I like my Polaris. It's the simple 3-handed, no date. Here, this one. I like this one. Look at that dial, Brian.
I'm pretty sure if somebody came up to mug you, they'd take one look at your watch and then they'd fall asleep.
They might give me money.
No, they just fall asleep.
This guy can't afford a Rolex. We better give him some money. What is it? What is it? A Yarmer Yager LeCoute? They didn't sell 7 aqua timers, but I got to see and touch 7 aqua timers while I was there. There were 4 at the IW at Booker, and 1 at Govberg, and 2 at Watchbox, or 1960 company.
So all for sale.
Yeah, all for sale. All for sale.
So here's my problem with watch collecting. I know of a JLC tribute to Memovox Polaris all platinum limited edition that's available for sale right now for about $16,000, and I'm pretty sure when they introduced it, that watch sold for like $35,000.
I was gonna say 38,000 probably.
And I would really like to have that watch.
Yeah.
But then I'm getting smarter and going, when would I really wear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much wrist time is it going to get compared to what I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Could I keep, if I got that watch, would I have to get rid of the ceramic Girard Perregaux?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is nice and light. And
yeah,
I weighed the Girard Perregaux, and it weighed like 40 grams more than the FP Journe.
Okay.
So I was like, well, all right, there's a lightweight watch. Stylish. Flashy. flashy like me. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. I mean, for under $3,000, this is a great watch. I don't understand why they decided to go into that $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on the watches.
So they got booted. They were using Eddas,
Okay.
and that's still in the Edda movement
Yeah.
range, or they may have converted that to a Sellita. Then they went with the Kinesi movements, and that's where their prices went up.
Yeah, this is Sellita. This is an SW200.
Yeah, so they were Edda movements. Then they switched to, and then Swatch Group said, "Screw you, we no make for anybody else."
Yeah.
Yo,
Otto. Otto says he's not greedy. He just needs one GMT.
Well, I've got a white gold. I need a stainless steel. I need a two-tone. I need a two-tone Jubilee. Yeah, we'll have fun in our cells. Hopefully we're close enough where we can, pass breadcrumbs to each other.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. But yeah, but anyway, this is when I think of Norqain, I think when these watches were out, they weren't that badly priced. And on the secondary, you could find them around $2,000, $1,800 to $2,000. I was like, well, those are actually kind of nice watches for that price point.
Yeah. Let's see what Norqain's doing on eBay.
And they were doing, they were kind of like in that Oris level,
Yep.
Kind of like if you were looking for something in that price range, you had your Norqains and your Oris and your Longines and stuff like that. That was, not break the bank, but nice watches.
Yeah.
With good solid movements. The Eddas, the Sellitas, and there's nothing wrong with those. But much like a lot of these places, when they go into their own move, Oris, the same thing. When they went with a Caliber 400, prices skyrocketed, almost doubled on some of those watches. The Aquas line, because they still make both in the Aquas line, they're almost twice as much, and that just never made any sense to me.
Yeah,
She says, "Lucha pining for a Patek Philippe is the last straw." But it's pretty. Here, let me show it again. It's a pretty lot.
There's a guy trying to sell that exact Norqain on eBay for $1,400 or best offer.
Okay.
So that means 11.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, that also shows how the new pricing structure has badly affected their value.
Watch me. Oh, it's lost some links.
Oh,
But that's easy. You can order the links from Norqain and have them in a week.
yeah.
You could instead of just ordering the links, just buy the whole new bracelet. Or in your case, you buy a mesh or a leather strap for it.
I think it might look good on beads of rice.
They actually have some nice. This is their. Here's one on one of their fabric straps that's really nice.
Okay.
Same gray.
What I'm really pining for, Bruce, is to get my Polaris back. But I'm probably a month and a half away from that. That stinks.
I'm skimming through Norqain to see what I'm going to be able to sell. My wife's is going to sell for probably $1,500.
All right.
Is this new? New with tags for $1,900.
Oh wow.
So less than that. I don't see any of mine yet. Because the trick on eBay is not to price it to the market, price it to eBay.
Yeah. Never did get your opinion on this IWC.
The blue one?
The blue Big Pilot 43.
Great.
Good talk.
I like BW's blue ceramic one better.
That's a beautiful watch, isn't it? That's gorgeous.
I don't like the big pilots. It's just a big watch. Who the hell cares?
Well, I do. I have a big wrist.
Yeah, and look at that little 39 and look how good it looks on it. If it was on the leather strap.
It was on the leather strap. You're killing me with this strap thing.
Brand new for the one I'm going to sell. The lowest price is $3,600 on eBay. So mine's used with an extra rubber strap. So I'll be lucky to get $2,000. Which is why I'm not rushing to put it up on eBay. But
over here. Nothing exciting. Nothing exciting.
Nothing exciting.
What do you think is exciting on here?
Well, that solid gold AP. All those Patrick Phillips.
All the Patricks?
Yeah.
Actually, out of all the watches on here that I've looked at, what I like, aesthetically, I love this Vacheron. It's 41.
Yeah. And that's a little high for the price.
Yeah, I think it's because it's blue, because they've had black ones on there for around 22.
You keep an eye out. You can get the blues now for under retail.
Okay. But it does look like you get straps.
Oh, it comes with straps. And you can order them from Vacheron, and they've got a whole bunch of straps, strap options.
Multiple strap options.
You cannot go aftermarket on them because they've got their proprietary doohickey thing.
What size is your wrist, Otto? He says he likes his Mark 20 blue dial. No need for a big pilot. A regular one works great. In the Mark 20, I like that silvery white kind of opaline looking one on the bracelet. That's good looking. And you can get the straps for that. They have that easy exchange, you know. You have.
Yeah. I got the official Miami version.
Yeah. Yours was made when they started doing the quick exchange.
Yep. And now you can get those under retail.
Yeah.
I think I was the last one to pay full retail for one.
Okay.
Because I'm such a smart watch buyer. And then that AD decided to penetrate my rectum.
Well, fucking AD. So he's got a 7 flat. Cool. Yeah, I like the Mark 20. I'm going to try again. Bear with me as I try and navigate StreamYard to get pictures of this shit. But or not StreamYard, Instagram.
InstaSnatch.
InstaSnatch.
Ooh.
What's that?
Collectors just put up a titanium Yachtmaster.
Ooh. How much?
38,500.
Huh. What's retail on that?
No idea. But I think it's a lot less.
Yeah, I would think so.
I think it's what, 12 or 14?
I was going to say 14 or 15 for some reason. I don't know why.
I'll look it up for you while you drool over weird IWCs.
There's the one I like, Otto. in the Mark 20. It fits good. Johnson EDC and I both pine for that watch every once in a while. The only thing I don't like, I prefer the onion crown on the Big Pilot. I think it looks kind of neat. But that is a good looking watch.
Yachtmaster 42 material titanium
Titanium.
$14,050.
Ooh. Wow.
Yep. Makes no sense.
No sense whatsoever.
How much is my Falcon's Eye now?
I think this
33,000.
Ooh. So I think this Mark 20, because this is the new movement as well. So it's got the 5-hour power or 5-day power reserve and the 100-meter water resistance. And I think this one retails around $6,100 now, which is about the price of the used 2023 Big Pilot 43.
I thought you were going to say Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oh man, that ain't right. That ain't right. Yeah, 6,100. It's a good looking watch. It would satisfy some of that white that I've been missing in my collection. I don't know. We'll see. Got some Chrysler spin money. So I get I get paid, from the dealership, but we also, when we hit certain milestones and stuff during a month, we get some Chrysler money, which can be substantial some months. So we'll see. Maybe we'll investigate IWC again. Do you like this better than the Big Pilot? Because the Mark 20 is a 40, I think.
Yeah, well, I don't like non-date watches, so I like this automatically better because it's got a date.
Because it's got a date. There you go.
Yeah. And I think I just end up using the date watches more. I end up looking at them more. There's another interesting thing on there, another something.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's all true. Plus, I have the blue. I already have a blue watch, so I don't need another blue piece.
You know what I've been eyeballing that, and this is me being stupid again.
What's that?
I've noticed the Oyster Perpetual 41s are coming down on the gray market, and I've seen them as low as like 85 to 9,000.
Yeah.
The green dial one, really?
The green dial one is nice.
Yeah, and I've seen them for 85, and I like it.
It's a good looking piece. I like the traditional blue one, the Sunray blue one too, but the green one is really when I see it, boom, because it's kind of like it's Rolex green. It's a little bit matte. The coronet really pops on that green one.
Yeah,
it's a good looking piece. I agree.
And I think so here's my only thought with with justifying paying over retail for that.
Okay.
Is that it doesn't take up your, if the retailer is really kind of sticking to allocating one watch per year per customer, it doesn't take up your allocation.
Yeah.
And it's $6,400 plus For
Plus
me, 6.5% tax. That's another 300. So it's like $7,000. So you're paying $1,500 to not use up an allocation.
right.
But when the hell would I wear it?
Yeah, I thought Nashville, they had one before. They may have sold it. Oh, he's got the coral one now for 15. And, all right, he sold the green one. He had a green one. He was asking like, I want to say like 87.50 or something for it.
Yeah. Oh,
But it's a solid looking watch. I like that one. I like the blue, and I like the
the celebration.
I don't like the celebration, but I think this silver one with the gold is nice looking too. A little old manny, I guess, but not a bad looking watch. But I've seen the blue one a lot in person, and the sunburst on the blue is really nice. The blue and the green are probably my two favorites, but I would probably go green because I have blue. The green is neat, and it seems like a traditional Rolex green. You know what I mean? Like when you see that and you see this banner up top here, it looks like it looks like it should be a Rolex.
Yeah, that green works with the smooth bezel real well.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the like the silver Sunray, and some of them I don't like the way the silver bezel or the smooth bezel just looks too big.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I keep looking at those and going, Thank God I don't drink.
Yeah, I mean it's a classic looking piece. You know what I mean? You can't argue that part. It's just a really classic looking watch. And it's a great everyday watch. It's a great, most people, and again, outside of our little world, which we think is so much bigger than it is, to most people, they don't care what kind of Rolex. If they see Rolex, they automatically think, oh, Rolex,
Yeah. Yeah, I just like the way that looks.
Mr. Riddles, welcome to the chat. He says he recently sold the OP41 green and wished he kept it. Yeah, it's a cool watch. It's a different color. Like people go crazy over the Hulk, and the Hulk has that kind of sunbursty green. Like it's not like almost metallic looking, whereas this has just it's a good green. It just really is. I've seen one in person, and it looked even better in person. There was a guy at the when I went to that Tudor event. There was a guy that was wearing. It's a good looking piece. You gotta like it. Who doesn't like a beautiful green dot?
Yeah, I just kind of like it.
You know me. I just like looking at stuff and going, well, maybe that. I love to get myself off track, Brian.
I know. I'm right there with you. Hi, I'm Brian. I'm a watch addict.
I'm addicted to.
I've been sober for about 4 hours. And it hurts.
Oh, man.
Otto, I would do the 41. The 36 looks a little ridiculously small on me now for my eyes because of just I'm so used to wearing 40s and 41s and 42s.
Yeah.
And I'm compensating for the lack of something else, I know what I'm doing.
The lack of Lamborghini in your Mini.
Hey. I'm not compensating for cars.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, the 41, and it doesn't fit Okay, so I've tried on numerous of these, and it doesn't fit as big as this 41. So it doesn't. It's not that kind of traditional oyster case. It fits good.
If they did a 39, I would be all about the 39 OPs. And I
Okay.
like some of those older 39 OP colors that they had, like the red grape and the white grape and
Mhm.
the Martian grape or whatever.
Yeah.
But I would do 41. I think.
Yeah, I like the I like the 41. It fits me really well. Let's see. Scroll back into history here a little bit.
And now, as we go back in time,
Back in time with Lucha Betic Monk.
back to the days when Lucha Betic Mark was looking for his favorite Tag Heuer Link quartz.
Hey, who didn't have a favorite tag or a link quartz? I never liked that link bracelet. I never owned one of those.
I got so excited 25 years ago or so when I bought a Wanger Swiss Army watch. I thought, oh shit, I'm cool.
I got very excited when I bought this SEMA Navy Star chronograph. It was very cool. Just going back through here. Scrolled through some pictures from New York. Yay. All this crap on Instagram for people, and then when I need to find something, I can't find it, Brian. Lots of pictures of my blind dog and breakfast in there too.
Did you know on Instagram, people's memory is so short you can recycle things from 3 days ago?
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Posted at a different time of day than you did the previous one.
It just works that way. Okay.
I'll be back in a minute. I got to rehydrate.
Okay. Interesting. I had no idea. Boy, that must have been a long time ago. Going through TPG. I'm going through old watches I don't own anymore. Damn. Where did I have that? So, I don't think I deleted those pictures, but I might have. You never know. One does never know. Oh, here it is. There you go. Yuck. Who would have thought? Disappeared. State, Seiko, G-Sharks, Zenith, Omegas. Excuse me. I just realized I'm not even sharing the screen, so you guys have no idea what I'm looking at. There's Sherman. These were even more like pictures that people sent me and stuff when I was doing the other stream. Huh. I don't know what I did with it. Some old watches I uploaded that I used to have. Oh well. Maybe I lost them. Well, anyway, the OP41 fits me well. Here's a Christmas present for my brother. A new pancreas, one that works and produces insulin. Who wouldn't want one of those things? Much better deal. Is there anybody left out? Are they running a colony, maybe? Seems like we lost a whole bunch of people, but that's all right. I myself am in a league of my own. I do believe that the oh yeah, there is a colony running. It's probably much more exciting than this star, but anyway, the colony was having trouble logging into the colony. I think they might have finally taken my keys again. Oh well, whatever. I would rather just do my own thing anyway. Sometimes it's nice just to be a panelist and not have any control. To go and visit other channels, and I like to be able to kind of floating around the Archieverse a little bit, hanging out with some of those guys here and there. This was a great watch. My brother still has this. But a really cool watch. That's just all the Longines. But Longines in general makes good watches. I thought that was just the... This was a cool watch having for a little bit too. This was the C60 #Tide Christopher Ward with the full lume dial with the wave pattern going through it. It's actually a pretty solid little watch. Ceramic bezel. I think it was Kosk certified. Had a really nice bracelet on it. But I didn't wear it that often. I had a friend who wanted it and thought it was cool. So we moved on. We moved on from that one. Where is... Huh. I don't know what I did with those OP pictures. I must... Oh, well. We did talk about this watch earlier. That's a big chunky monkey watch. If they put the T-Fit clasp in that and the took away one of those snowflake hands and put in the master chronometer, I think that would be it. That would be a cool watch. Look at the sunburst. This sunray finish on that big Pilot 43. Amazing. That onion crown. Mr. Riddle says Christopher Ward are great value watches. They are great value watches. They are. There's nothing wrong with Christopher. I had a little bit of trouble with their customer service a little bit, but they're an online only company. So we'll have some of that. Oh God, trouble. Yeah, there's, when they start going sometimes on Archies, they really, I can only go on when it's calm. And, but I went on, I don't know if it's Saturday night. I think it was Saturday night, and Bear was on there, but he was showing his part of his watch collection anyway, and it was kind of a cool stream. But if I went with this blue big Pilot, I would probably move on from the Zenith. I don't know if I'm ready to do that.
I leave, and there's another damn big Pilot on the screen and a
on my wrist
Archie. I
know, right? What happened? It's on my wrist. You missed the Christopher Ward.
That's better. I got waylaid by the wife. Tried to sneak down, get some more water, and she saw me. Tried talking to me. Ugh.
Talking. Who wants to talk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking's for the birds. Let's see. Breakfast, Sherman. Teeters.
I'd be interested to see that Christopher Ward 12 thing in person.
I would be interested to see that in person too. I owned one Christopher Ward. I just showed it. Let me see if I can find it again. I don't think it was that far down. Maybe it was further. Oh, there it is. So I owned this one. This was the C60 hashtag Tide. But it was actually a nice watch. A friend of mine loved this watch. I ended up selling it to him. It had the full lume dial with the wave pattern going through it.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of cool. And it was like a blue sapphire lume dial, so you could kind of see through it. I mean, it was a neat watch. Had micro adjust in the clasp. The bracelet, I will say, was really comfortable. Was as far as like an oyster looking bracelet, it might have been one of the more comfortable ones I've ever worn. That wasn't a Rolex. There's something about the Rolex oyster bracelet that just fits really well.
Yeah.
But that bracelet was for that wasn't a super expensive. That might have been like a $1,200 watch. I want to say $1,300, something like that. It was a cool for what it was. It was a cool watch.
Well, and that's what pisses me off about brands like Seiko and some of the Tudor bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
There are other brands that are doing it in the price range
Exactly.
just as well or better.
Yeah.
Why can't these freaking brands figure it out?
Why can't they figure it out? I agree wholeheartedly.
Hashtag I don't like Tudor bracelets.
What do you think of this? What do they call this? Professional model or some professional version of the? Basically, it's like your watch, but with a ceramic bezel.
Is that that's the newer updated.
The newer updated IWC, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in person. But I felt like it was more like your AMG.
It's smaller because the AMG is 43.
Yeah.
But
so I would probably like it because it's smaller and would fit me better and still has that with that carbon fiber look to it.
Yeah. It wasn't a bad looking watch. I thought it was a little expensive. I can't remember exactly what it was now, but there's the three of them. But yeah, it wasn't. It's not in person. It wasn't a horrible watch. That's just all a bunch of stuff I looked at. I don't know. I couldn't find the OP pictures, but did you see my breakfast this morning, bro? It was delicious.
No, and I don't care.
And you don't care.
It looks like it's one of those binary gender fluid breakfasts.
But BW said he's listening at home. He can't jump on. He's working. But there's his blue ceramic IWC. Sent a picture over of it. I like that. I kind of like that Oris. I'm not gonna lie, Trouble. It's that carbon case with that fiery red gradient dial. It's a Coulson limited edition. I guess at Coulson they do the jets that pour the water on the forest fires and stuff. And Brian's like, no.
Sometimes I envy you single guys.
You couldn't wear the Coulson? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was getting harangued from the other part of the
yeah.
I don't even know what you're talking about. All I heard is BW can't come on, and then you were talking about girly breakfasts and.
Well, we were talking about this watch.
Oh, nice.
Now, Retail ridiculous. I think it's like $4,700. But
Yeah,
if you
stupid.
find one, you can. They're starting to come down on the secondary. And while 1916 companies had one for about a month, I've been watching it come down a little bit. And then you can watch it because you know when it's going to come down on their site because it comes down on the eBay site first. But it's that to me, that's a caliber 400. But it has one thing you hate, Brian, which is
Swatch Group shitter inside.
no, it's an Oris.
Yeah, okay. I don't mind Oris.
But you hate the seatbelt clasp.
No, actually, I don't.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you hated it.
No, it would take some time to get used to wearing because I really in this closeted. I'm secretly a fan of the Kermit,
Ah, that's right.
and I would break the date wheel so that it always showed Kermit,
Yes.
or just set it always to Kermit.
Yeah, it's always 100% Kermit.
Yeah, I don't like the price.
Yeah. That's the thing with those caliber 400s, the price.
And I don't always tell people what I'm keeping an eye out for, because then if I do that, then people go out there and snake the shit
End up
from
going
me.
buy it, yeah. I'm secretly hoping someone buys this watch before it comes down a little bit in price and I buy it. Because I need this watch like I need a, the proverbial hole in the head. But
yeah,
I like it. And every time I see it, I'm like, that's really a good looking piece. It's something about it it's just different, you know?
Yeah. But now wait for Christopher Ward to do something like that in a Christopher Ward price range.
Right.
Done.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that because I kind of like an integrated sports bracelet watch. And I'm like, but if I moved on from the Zenith, I might pick up one of those stainless steel 12s just to have kind of a, that kind of, I don't mind their watch,
Yeah. That reminds me, I haven't looked to see how much the Oris Kermits are going for lately.
I was really hoping that they were going to do like a different character this year.
Oh, if they did a Fozzie Bear, I'd be all over it.
Fozzie Bear. You do like a Havana dial Fozzie Bear or a maybe an orangish what's his name? The monster, the drummer.
Which one are you talking about?
The drummer. The Muppet drummer.
Animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Beat drums.
Yeah. I thought that would have been kind of a cool thing to do,
It does appear that according to eBay, the Oris is holding its own.
My watch channels wants the Christopher Ward Moon Phase Adventurine dial. That's a cool looking. I'll pull that one up here in a second. My watch. That's a cool looking watch. Kojak in the house. He says, "Tell Brian I'm wearing my Snoopy Speedmaster today."
I got my $330 plastic version, and I'm freaking happy. Swatch Group shitter. Hashtag.
Let's go.
I do kind of. I have to admit, out of all the watches that I sold recently,
the
one that I think I miss the most is the how many people are watching?
Not many. 15.
Okay, good.
Oh, 9. We're down to 9. You can say anything you want now.
Oh, okay, good. Well, I think there's a community. I think the watch colony is streaming.
Yeah, I think there's.
Who's on there? Oh, it's just America. Never mind. Nobody important. Oh no. Oh, it's Buckley.
Buckley, Ali Reza, Gorilla Time.
Oh, good. I don't have to go over there. Gorilla's there, so it's the same old shit. I missed the Brigade Type 21.
Oh, interesting.
I just think there's something about a Brigade that I like.
Yeah.
And it is a Swatch Group shitter.
Yes.
And the type 20, 21, and 22 are part of how the Swatch Group really screwed up the Breguet name.
Treble is still clinging to his one watch collection status. What is your one watch? You may have said earlier, and I apologize, but what is it? So here's the Adventurine dial, Christopher Ward moon phase.
Yeah.
I actually saw they do a couple other moon phases too. Kojak though says that the Snoopy moon swatch, the words Brian and cheapskate should not appear in the same sentence.
You don't know me. I proudly proclaimed the fact that I fell in love with Hoka shoes and bought a pair at full price.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Trouble says, Breguet always makes me stop to look when I walk past watches in Switzerland. They make interesting watches. They really do. Truly, truly, truly do make an interesting watch.
That's reminding me to kind of rethink my path again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this Adventurine one is nice looking. I saw they had two other moon phases. I never even the C1 Moon Glow. I've never seen this watch before. I don't know if they've had it for a while or not.
I think they have.
Have they? I just never really looked at it. Yeah. It's a cool looking watch. It's got an interesting way of doing the date.
I'm gonna go over and piss off people in the chat on the other channel.
Oh, nice. Let's see. Treble is the Explorer 40s. You're gonna have one watch. That's a great watch. One watch collection. They promised him a GMT in the near future. Very cool. Brian would be down with that. With the GMT, the Explorer 40 is just a classic watch. It's just it's an icon, really. It's hard to argue against that watch. It fits beautifully. It's finished perfectly. It has the sport clasp, the fold over and the clasp with the micro adjusting, and it's just a nice watch. I don't think that's a bad looking moon phase watch here either. This one, we're down to 4 people watching, so they must be.
Well, I just spruiked it, so. Yeah, Buckley's probably in there talking to Tiffany watch deals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, hit the wrong button. Exited myself for a second.
At least you didn't end your own stream.
It's true. It's true.
Oh well, here I'll push it. I'll push us up a little bit because I'll open up another YouTube channel and put myself in.
Did you really? I just looked over at the colony. You're hilarious. Now they're gonna think I set you up to that.
Oh, they know me. Yeah, but did you read the part about and no gorillas?
And no gorillas, yes. So yeah, Treble says I really like Brian's Lariato, but I need to keep my pennies for the GMT. I know that ceramic Lariato is beautiful.
Yeah,
I like a regular Lariato. That white dial Lariato, I always thought was a very good looking watch.
Yeah. I just love the weight of it and and the shine of it. And that Explorer 40 can't be beat.
No, it's a great watch. It's a great watch. It's I always said if you're gonna have like a one watch collection, that would be probably the perfect watch.
And similar to that vein, for a while there, I was thinking of doing a little green-handed Rolex collection.
Oh,
which would include the Air King,
yeah.
because I like the new Air King.
I like this 12 with the ice blue dial.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a really nice job with it. For
Looks
the money.
looks like the Chopek that I had, except it's 10% of the price.
Yeah, 12.25.
5% of the price. You can get a pre-owned Chopek now for 20, 21.
It's
The
something-
movement,
yeah.
I do miss the Chopek because of the micro adjust and the bracelet, and the movement was fantastic. But
Yeah.
again, you know, stuff had to go for what I'm doing. So
Right. It's a good looking piece. Like I said, if I moved on from the Zenith into something else, I would consider picking one of these up to keep a integrated sports bracelet watch. And it's really a good price, and it's I mean, it's a Solita movement, and they did a nice job. Like I said, the one Christopher Ward I ever had a really nice bracelet. So this bracelet looks like it's pretty solid. So.
maybe I'll hop on the Colony and then just start streaming this channel in there.
Oh my god. It's terrible. You're horrible. I'm not trying to make enemies with the Colony. Although I do think they took my keys. Oh well. I'll survive.
You know, it's funny. OC thinks I have all these keys to all these channels. I really don't.
Yeah, earlier this morning I was going to fire up a stream on the Colony, and I could not log in. I was like, huh, well, that's interesting. So I opened up a Lucha Betting Time stream. What the hell? And it was fun talking with you guys. All four of you that are left.
So the good news is for all four that held on, I just got the text that I have to go to the bank today and do the wire.
Uh-oh. Dun, 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 dun. Now, is this, can you give us any clues? Is it, well, let me ask you this. Is it a AD purchase or a secondary purchase?
Fuck the ADs.
Okay. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I honestly believe all the purchases that I'm going to make are discontinued product.
oh. Interesting.
Yep. That's my honest belief on these. Let me double check one thing just to see. I just want to double check one product. Yeah, I believe everything that I'm going to buy in this run, everything that I'm targeting in this run is discontinued.
Yep. Yeah. Interesting.
Yep. So that means no AD purchases.
Yes.
And I don't plan on getting any phone calls from any ADs either. Yeah, the one AD that I had in Charlotte that still is willing to work with me on stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's probably 50-50 as to whether or not he'd be able to ship it to me.
Oh, okay.
The new AD here, is part of the Watches of Switzerland group.
Oh.
And there's a lot more money here in Orlando than there was in Charlotte.
So yeah.
I don't imagine me getting too much of a phone call
Yeah.
too quickly. And that's fine because the only Rolex related thing that I really want is the Guinness, and it's getting pretty darn close to retail now. It's
Well, it makes sense that it would be. So here's the watch that I owned. I had it on the bracelet. 13 cents. Yeah, that's about what I paid for it when I bought it. It was like a year and a half ago. My buddy still has it. He loves it. He's not really a watch guy. He just loved the loomed wave pattern dial. He was always asking me about it. If I didn't wear it, he was always disappointed. And finally, I was like, "Do you just want to buy this watch?" And so I think it took like because they came over from the UK. I want to say it took like 3 weeks to get over. But so he bought it. He's happy. He loves it.
Yeah. So my Rolex, the Guinness would be 17.5 with sales tax, and I've seen them hovering around 18.5.
Okay.
So
it's getting there.
Yeah. Yep.
It's definitely getting there.
What watch should I wear today to go to the bank?
Well,
if I'm doing a wire transfer, I should probably wear a Rolex. Then they'll think more.
Yeah, they'll think you're important.
Yeah, or impotent. One of the two.
Yeah.
How many people? Oh, they got 65 watching over there.
Oh wow! I think what's that?
They got Daniel Katz.
Ah, well, there you go. I saw Daniel Katz pop up on the Archie stream last night. Surprisingly so.
Yeah, my wife asked me. I had the Archie stream going probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing stuff, and I just had it playing in the background. And my wife yelled upstairs at me, said, "Are you watching the Real Housewives or something? What's all that screaming?"
A lot of screaming going on. There are times that there is a lot of screaming.
Oh, the 321 Ed White Swatch Group shitter.
Good looking Swatch Group shitter.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, close that. Close that.
Boom, boom. 2 hours and 14 minutes worth of stream. I think we peaked at around 26 people. We got 7 in the room now.
It started going downhill when I got on.
I think they fired up a colony. Like I said, I tried to fire one up, but they wouldn't let me. I was like, all right, whatever. But we got 21 upvotes though, so that's nice for a unannounced Tuesday stream.
I logged in on 3 troll accounts.
Ah, there you go. Treble says, "I thought watching Archie reminded me of Beavis and Butthead." It can sometimes. It can. It gets a little crazy. You have to pick your spots when to go on and see who the panelists are, and like I had a real nice conversation with Archie one night, and a real nice conversation with I guess that was on the Dungeon with Tan and Keselowitz, and then Bear was very gracious when I was on there with him. He was showing his watch collection. One of the things I liked about his watch, what he was showing, he said it was only part of it, but that he had out. But it was a pretty diverse collection. So what I assume I for some reason assumed that he was real Rolex heavy, but he had a lot of interesting stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool to see.
I may go back and watch that one just to see his stuff.
Yeah, I think it was Saturday night. It was interesting because whatever rant they were going on, but when he come out of that, he went into the watches and it kind of calmed everything down. You know what I mean?
Bear calmed everything down.
Yeah, exactly. Shocking.
That's funny.
But very interesting watch collection.
Yep. So, all right. Well, I guess I should eat some lunch, take a shower,
Go to the bank.
go to the bank, come back in time for tea and tickers.
There you go.
I was doing my pool cleanup stuff while you were in the first half hour.
Okay. Yeah, I got to get ready. Taking mom to dinner tonight. It's we'll celebrate Mother's Day, which I kind of missed most of because I went to Philly, and tomorrow is my late father's birthday. So take mom out for a nice dinner tonight, and see how that goes. I think she'll enjoy it, and she'll hate getting in and out of my Jeep. That's already a given.
So you tell her, Mom, it's free.
It's free. Jump in. Well, she hates, that's the other thing. She hates the Challenger even more. So it's a no-win.
I had an 1981 Datsun King cab.
Oh, wow.
And it had lifted. I bought it used in 84.
Okay.
Or 85. When did I buy it? I must have bought it in 85. But I bought it used, and it had been used as a light duty tow truck.
Mm.
So it had the winch mount in the front. It had the winch mount in the front and the brush bar, and had lifted springs and steel wheels.
Okay.
And it still had a battery chain slung underneath.
Oh, wow.
So I could, so I had all these extra batteries down there. It had a saddled fuel tank, so it would run. I think I had 36 gallons of fuel in it, and the fuel gauge wouldn't move until it got to the actual fuel tank that had like 12 gallons.
Okay.
I say all this to say that it had, it was a 5-speed manual, no vinyl seats, vinyl. It was all rubber. You could wash the interior with a garden hose. My great grandfather got in it and said how much he loved it and how much more comfortable it was to ride in compared to my great uncle's Nissan Sentra that he used to drive him around in. I said there was no way it was more comfortable, but he liked being up that high and stuff. Yeah.
Cool.
That was a fun little truck.
Yeah.
And then I thought I'd get posh and fancy, and I got a Ford Escort GT.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, I'm leaving you to your breakfast now. You're showing.
All right, Brian. Good luck at the bank.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for popping on. All right, I'll see you.
Yeah. Oh, and I leave. You're going to be down to 6.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it happens.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
All right, see you. All right, guys. Thanks for everybody for popping on today. There is a Colony stream going on. You should go check it out. There's a pretty good discussion going on over there. We're going to hit some lucha videos on the way out. And we will see you guys all on Sunday morning, if not sooner. You know, sometimes they just fire up a stream out of nowhere. So hit the subscribe and the notification bell because you never know when we'll be on. Normally it's more interesting than today. Today was just sort of just not doing anything. Let's fire up a quick stream kind of a deal. And we'll start with some food, and then we'll hit the lucha intro outro.
Entrenched down, and then Georgie would make the fire light as it was love would burning through the night. Then we would cook on me porridge, of which I'll share with you.
Up this morning with a wine glass in my hand. Whose wine? What wine? Where the hell did I die? Must have been a dream. I don't believe where I've been. Come on, let's do it again. You feel like I have to feel. Just the other day, they said, don't walk away. Drove into a taxi, bent the boot, hit the bag, had to play some music on the rising square. Woke up this morning with a wine glass in my hand. Whose wine? What wine? Where the hell did I die? Must have been a dream.
Philadelphia freedom took me knee high to a man. sound in a metal way. I feel the power rolling out the side. 'Cause only one thing really sets me free. Heavy metal, loud as it can be. Yeah.
It's tunnel time on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Good stuff. FedEx truck. Lots of trucks in the tunnels. We're in a pretty uneventful drive so far, making good time. Actually, already shaved 10 minutes off my estimated time of arrival because I've been flying. Flying, I say. I think this is the 2-tunnel extravaganza. Yes, it is. So in Pennsylvania, we don't go around the mountains. We go through them. There's tunnels everywhere. A bunch of tunnels in Pittsburgh. There's some rain. Little Z3 convertible, I think, in front of me. But good times in the tunnels. Who doesn't like a little good tunnel driving, you know? It's just one of those things you deal with here. It's fun when you're here like late at night and you can go flying through these things, especially if you got like a Challenger or something loud. Sounds good. Good acoustics in the tunnel. But here we are, coming to the end of the tunnels. There's actually more tunnels on the turnpike as well. But that's it for now. All right, guys. See you later.
That's why they call me bad company, and I can deny. Bad company till the day I die. Till the day I die. Till the day I die. Rebel souls, deserters we are called. Chose a gun and threw away the sword. Now these towns, they all know our name. That's why they call me bad company. And I
Peace out, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe we'll see you later. Like I said, dinner with mom tonight. Celebrate Mother's Day, which I missed most of, and tomorrow's would have been my dad's birthday. So take her out and enjoy. And I think we're going to the 412 Project. Very cool restaurant in the West Hills of Pittsburgh. So if you're there, stop by and show me your watch. See you guys later. Peace.